Yo, Pan, you ready?
Yeah.
Man, let's lock and load.
Yeah.
Just Blaze.
Yeah.
No, turn me up.
Hey.
I think we got one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Tell me, what do you see when you're looking at me?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
On a mission to be.
Hola, my peeps. I wanted to give you an idea of what you can have for lunch that's super healthy. These are going to be chicken patties with some fruit and chips. Now, here you will see that this is made by Perdue, and the reason I love these is because they are ground chicken, which is huge on protein, and these particular ones are raised cage-free. These particular patties are, you can't really read it on this screen for whatever reason, but one patty is 180 calories raw, which of course you don't want to eat that way, but it's 220 cooked. The great thing is that it has 22 grams of protein, okay? So when you cook these, okay, they will look like this, okay? Gives you an idea of what they would look like. Now you can see I kind of made it look like a Pac-Man just because I'm finicky about my meat, and when I cook it, I just put a little bit of olive oil. I put a little bit of Mrs. Dash, which is salt-free, which is great. And I put it just to about medium-high on a frying pan, and I just cook it. Now, I'm not going to sit there and waste the entire packet or waste my time and just make, one out of the packet. I make all four, or sometimes I make 2 packs of 4, and I keep them in a container just like these. Okay, and they're cooked and they're in the fridge. And if I want to warm it up and have it again in a sandwich for dinner, or if I want to cut it up and put it in a salad later, or have some tomorrow, I don't have to go through the trouble of cooking it again. So I'm going to put my sandwich together, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Now, I got some fresh tomatoes from Big Y today, and I got to tell you, if you smell this right here, it smells, delicious. It's right straight off the vine. So I just cut up some tomatoes. Okay, look at how pretty that is. Way prettier and tastier than a Skittle, I'll tell you that. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay? And I love white onions, so I cut up some white onions. And I had some spinach left over from a dish that I made last night, which was ricotta white cheese pizza. So there's my spinach. Now, as you notice, I don't leave it in the bag, because if you leave it in the bag, it's going to go to waste. And when it's like this, it's a lot easier to put in a sandwich or make a salad or something. So this is what I'm going to be using to make my my sandwich. Excuse me. Now, I did buy some cheese, which I hardly ever do, but this is the Land O'Lakes Slender, so it's lower in sodium. So if you want to have cheese, this is the one I would suggest. So let me put it together, and we'll see how it looks. And there's the finished sandwich. Pretty simple. It took me, a minute, not even, to put together. Now, yeah, I put it really fancy on a plate and everything, but I don't make my sandwiches like this all the time. I keep everything in containers, just like my spinach, and then that way I put them all out in front of me, and I make my sandwich that way. And as you can see, I have containers here on the table already, so I will take my extra tomatoes, and I will keep them in there. That way there's no excuse. I can always put fresh vegetables on my dishes. There's no excuse. They're already cut up, and if I'm already cutting, might as well finish cutting, right? And I also do the same things with my onions, peppers, anything that I chop up, I put in containers, leave them in the fridge, and I make sure I buy containers that are very see-through, kind of like this one, so they kind of stick out to me when I open the fridge. I say, that looks really pretty, and it just kind of entices you to put it on a sandwich, okay? So that's my sandwich. Pretty simple, right? Okay, now let me show you my Okay, these are the chips I'll be eating today. These are by Utz. They're Rice Crisps. Now, the flavor is sweet chili. I love these because they're all natural brown rice tortillas, and they are so tasty. If you like something a little spicy, just like chili, just like it says. The great thing about these chips is that they're 140 calories for 1 ounce. Now, the tricky thing to this is this. If you sit here and open this bag and start eating chips, you're going to eat the entire thing. They are that good, okay? This is where a little preparation comes in. Now, it's very easy to gain weight. You know why? Because all you have to do is open the bag and eat. There's no thinking, there's no processing, there's no planning. But like I always say, failing to plan is planning to fail. So, I invested in the beginning of my weight loss journey. I bought this little handy-dandy scale. Okay, it's not electronic, it's nothing fancy. It was about $3 at Walmart, okay? And it does have here the ounces, Okay, so all I did, it came with a little cup, but I've lost it by now, of course. But I put a little, any little plastic container on there, and I set it to 0 once the plastic container's on there, and I would drop my chips in there and measure them. Now, who's going to do that every time you have lunch, right? So the key thing is you want to sit there and you want to open the bag, take the few minutes, you are worth it, to pre-package yourself your own snacks. Okay, that way you know, hey, I'm going to grab a snack and I want a bag of chips. You don't have to sit there and weigh them out, okay? Plan, 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 okay? Now, as time went on, I treated myself to a fancier scale. This one was $20 at Walmart, okay? Looks just like this. So when you turn it on, it even tells you hello, misspelt. And you can actually change it here to pounds, ounces. You can pretty much change to all the different weighing options depending on what it is you're weighing. Okay, so I do it a little bit more fancier. This one was $20 at Walmart, and again, I didn't buy this one right off the get. Okay, I started with something plastic, and as I stuck to it, I treated myself to something that'll make it easier for me. So as you can see, it's saying that it weighs something because it's a little wet. I just wiped it down and everything. But I'm going to show you how I prepackaged my chips. And the only reason I'm doing this now is because I didn't have any more in the cabinet. Okay. Okay, so you can see I have nothing on the scale, but yet it's telling me that there's something on there. So I put my little plastic on there, okay, and it goes right to 0. And if it doesn't, I could just press on, and it turns off, and it turns on, and it'll go right straight to 0. I already have it set on ounce, and that's what you want to have it set on. And I sometimes buy the snack bags that are a lot smaller, and I fill them all up until the big bag is empty, and I have a bunch of little ones. But you slice it really, really, really thin, and it feels like you're having more chips. Okay? Or I might have grapes, and these were delicious ones I just picked up from Big Y. They're nice. I like them when they're nice and hard and crunchy, and I might have this. Now, the key thing with fruit is that you want to have 1 cup. And these little containers that I have here are 1 cup containers. So I might just dump out the chips, measure out. It's very simple. Dump out the chips. You grab your strawberries, pop them in there. Okay? And it's okay if it goes a little over. It's fruit. It's good for you. Okay? There you go. So now you have a cup of fruit. So now you have your protein in your sandwich with your chicken. You have your veggies. You have something, fun, but at the same time, it's grains. So you have your chips, and then you have your strawberries. And you have a nice, delicious lunch. Now, normally, this would take me about 5 minutes to put together because, again, everything would be cooked in advance and prepared. Hope you enjoy.
Yo, Pan, you ready?
Yeah,
Man, let's lock and load.
yeah,
Just blaze.
yeah,
No, turn me up.
yeah,
I think we got one.
yeah.
Here we go.
Tell me, what do you see when you're looking at me?
Whoa,